Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and hello to all of you. In this video, I'm going to explain about recommendation for debt and cash flow management for your client. So this is an example, but it's not a perfect example. Okay, this is an example. You can actually write something better than this student. Okay, I give you this is some kind of a general guideline on what you should recommend your client in debt and cash flow management. So in terms of debt and cash flow, it is not as complicated as net worth statement. It is some kind of very straightforward. What kind of expenses that you can reduce from your cash flow? Okay, that is the point. How you're going to suggest your client to reduce expenses in the cash flow. Okay, so as in this recommendation, you can see that the student talk about a little bit about the importance of debt management, and you also can take some notes from the textbook to make your writing better, but doesn't necessary to be too long. Okay, and based on the recommendation, normally if for example you found that your client don't use credit card, for example, so here at this part you should praise your clients. For example, you should say that based on observation or data that has been gathered, we understand that you didn't use credit card, and it is highly recommended for you to maintain the situation by not using credit card in your transaction. For example, this is because you studied before in retirement. Okay, in retirement planning you learn about how bad credit card is. Therefore you should praise the client because they didn't use credit card. This is also one of the debt management for the client. Beside of that, you should also recommend your client on how they should reduce their expenses. So doesn't mean that like only certain things that you can reduce. Actually, some of the expenses, such as pay to the bank for the house installment or car installment, is all necessary. So you should not say that you have to reduce on that, but you can find other ways through refinancing. Okay, for example, number one, you can advise your client to cook themselves, okay, and reduce eating out, because eating out is expensive, for example. Therefore you should advise your client to cook at home so that they can eat good and healthy food. Okay, for example, so it is also very good for them to maintain a good health, because health is also a part of the wealth. All right, you give suggestion how much actually client can reduce for this, and this will be reflected to your cash flow statement, revised cash flow statement later on that I'm going to show you. Right, next is about refinancing. Okay, you can give an advice to your client to refinance the home loan so that he can enjoy lower interest rate, okay, due to refinancing. All right, and after that, other things that you can give suggestion is to reduce the luxury. Okay, luxury, for example, they love to travel overseas, okay, or vacation a lot. So this is also something you should give a suggestion to your client, not to spend a lot of money traveling for vacation, because now it's a COVID. Now it's it's dangerous for you to travel overseas. So you should discourage your client to travel, because it will risk his health and life. So you should be able to give suggestion to reduce the travel expenses and vacation, and invest more time on healthy activities. Okay, because this is where you can control the cash flow of the client. All right, so Then the revised cash flow should look like this. The revised cash flow, the original is 2017. The revised also should be based on 2017. Because why? It is for a year. It's for how you're going to reduce the expenses for that particular year. Okay, so unlike the revised net worth statement, you compare the current and the year for the next 22 years, but for revised cash flow, it is not like that. It's based on that particular year. So if you look at the cash inflows, it seems that all about the same. Okay, because how can you, I mean that the cash inflows is about what the money comes in, so you can't give a suggestion about that. But in terms of cash outflows, certain things that you should cater, for example, is about okay, family, personal life, food, clothing, okay, things like that, as well as the luxury. As I said before, you should give suggestion on how to reduce it. This one, you know, you have to try finding ways on how to reduce it to 10,000, for example, or possibly more, because you know, luxury means normally referring to the vacation or buy expensive stuffs, okay, buy a luxury handbags, for example. So this is something that you can reduce during COVID time. Okay, so after that we can see there is a huge changes here, and you have to, you know, like bold this any items, as well as you can see that the saving is also increases in the SSPN as well as DPRS, but it is in terms of saving. Okay, no problem with that. All right, that's all for debt and cash flow management. Oh, I can see that okay, some students they even, you know, like give suggestion to reduce the package. Okay, they reduce the TV package, Astro package, from the expensive package to the lower package, so you will pay less. Okay, this is also something that you can include in your recommendation. Okay, you write down the recommendation. All right, this is okay, wait for a while. This is where you should outline your recommendation, and right after that you have to present the revised cash flow that taking by demonstrating where are actually the expenses that you can reduce. All right, that's all for now. Assalamualaikum, and thank you to all of you.